Hello everyone, I've got a craft haul to share with you today. This is my first craft haul video. In fact, it's my first YouTube video. So apologies for any poor quality. It's harder than you think, trying to get the lighting right, the positioning right, and at the moment I'm just filming on a camera with a clamp, so it's very experimental at the moment, but hopefully it will get better over time. Anyway, I wanted to share the goodies that I got from Seven Hills Craft. They arrived yesterday, so I'm just going to get straight in and show you what I got and how I think I'm going to use them. So this is the first product that I picked up. The Lawn Fawn Stamp Chamois, which I think lots of you probably have by now. It's been on my list for a little while, but I've been waiting to see what everybody thought about it, and I just haven't got round to buying it. So I really think this is going to be a useful addition to my armoury. It gets really, really good reviews, and I don't like the residue that my baby wipes leave on my stamps, so I'm hoping this is going to solve that problem. I can banish them forever. So that was my first item. Then I picked up this My Favourite Things die. I have been looking at this since it was released a few months ago. I really like the size of it. I think it's going to be a great die for masculine cards, which is the primary reason that I got it. I actually have someone in mind that I need to make a card for, and it's not someone I know very well either, so I've got to try and keep it really basic and masculine. So I think it's going to work really well for that, and I think the focus of the cards is definitely going to be that sentiment, so lots of different backgrounds I think I'm going to be creating to use that with. Anyway, so that was my second item. Really pleased with that. And then my third item was this little coordinating die set from Mama Elephant. It's actually part of the it goes with the Winter Wonderland stamp set, which I actually purchased last year, and I did use it on a couple of cards, but I don't think I used it enough. And I think one of the reasons for that was because I didn't have the coordinating dies, and the antlers are really fiddly to cut out, so they weren't very expensive. I don't know why I didn't get them when I got the stamp set, so I decided to pick them up, and hopefully I'll be using that stamp set more this month, or this Christmas I should say, but that looks really good. The next one, I'm going to be attending the new online card class in a few weeks' time. It's all around interactive cards. It's called Wild Card, and for that I really needed to buy some products, as I don't create I certainly don't create any interactive cards at all, and I really very rarely do scene cards, and a lot of the reason for that I think is because I just don't have the right elements for my cards. So although I might have the right stamps, I often don't have the dies that really bring that card to life and make it look great. So one of the things I decided to purchase was this little pop-up die, and as you probably know, it cuts slats in the panel, either your base card or the panel that you're using, and it has little score lines along the edges which enable you to fold it to create a kind of step in your card, and on the face of that step you put your little images so that when you open the card they pop up. So I think for £3.50 it was really cheap, and I thought that was going to help me create some cards in the class. And then along the same vein I decided to pick up the My Favourite Things Grassy Edges die. I don't have any dies for grass at all, and I have very few dies that are going to be good for creating a scene, as I mentioned earlier, and I thought this was a really good set. It has the smaller and the large grass, and if I like them I might look at purchasing some different ones. I know some of them do slopey hills and things with grass, but for now I thought this would be useful just to cut the straight edges. So hopefully I'm going to get some use out of that in the next few weeks. And similarly, I got the cloud edge dies. I don't know if they're actually called that. Stitched cloud edges they're called. So they have the double row of stitching on them, which is really good because obviously you get that on the positive and on the negative. And I really like the size of the puffs, and obviously you get 3 different dies in the set. So I thought that was going to really help with building the cloud scenes as well. I do have stencils that do clouds, but it's just not the same and doesn't produce the same effect. So it gives another dimension. So I got those as well. And then almost at the end now, but I decided to pick up these gorgeous stamps from Mama Elephant, the Whale Wishes set. I've been looking at this for ages. I've wanted it for ages. I actually have the Arctic Penguin set, and I really, really like that. And again, I don't use half of my stamps as much as I need to. But I thought one of the reasons for that was because, again, I don't have the right kind of elements to bring it to life. So I also picked up the stitched wave edges. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but that's what they are. So I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they're really, really lovely, you know, breaking wave edges with the stitching detail, 3 of those. So I really hope that that's going to enable me to use this lovely little set a little bit more often. I mean, those orcas, they're just so cute. They're absolutely adorable. They're not terrifying in the least. So I really can't wait to use those along with the edge dies. And then finally, I almost lost this packet of slider discs. It's really, really small. I think there's 25 in the packet. And yeah, slider elements, they're called, from My Favourite Things, and you can use them in conjunction with the slider dies from My Favourite Things, which are currently out of stock at Seven Hills Crafts, and the lawn form ones are as well, so I wasn't able to pick those up. But I did pick up the discs, and I hope to be able to order either the lawn fawn or the My Favourite Things set in the next few weeks. Otherwise, I'm going to have to improvise. But anyway, I thought I'd get the discs while they were there, so I've picked those up as well. So that finishes my little haul. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I purchased, and thank you very much for seeing this video through to the end. I hope the quality wasn't too bad for you, and I look forward to catching up with you all soon. Bye for now.